Hi friends, welcome to Subha's Creations. I'm Shubha. Whether you are a new user to Google Classroom or a veteran user, I hope this video will give you some useful information. Google keeps adding a lot of new and cool features to its Classroom app. And these features are really incredible in helping students, teachers, as well as parents. They've added a lot of new tools to help you with differentiated instruction, to send periodic and self-generated emails to parents about their children's progress, and to stay organized in terms of assignments and gradebook, and so much more. So in this video, I would like to show you how to set up this new 2020 Google Classroom and how to change its settings to make it more inviting and interesting, and how to personalize the Google Classroom, as well as some tips and tricks to make use of these new features at your advantage. Also in the description box, I'm going to share the links of some video tutorials that goes in alignment with our Google Classroom. For example, how to make announcements, Google Classroom announcements in the form of video and audio, and how to transfer grades from Google Classroom to your gradebook on just one click, and how to give easy and effective feedback, and so much more. So after watching the video, please check the description box to find other useful tutorials. Now let's begin our task by going to google.com. Now you can directly type google.classroom. This will give you the link for Google Classroom. So you can just click this link and go to the Google Classroom, or you can just directly go here. Your top right corner, you will see this icon, a square icon, which is where you can find all your Google apps. So if you click that, you can find your Google Classroom app in here. If you don't find it, please keep scrolling down. So this green icon that says Classroom is our Google Classroom icon. You can just click and drag this to the top, so you can always find it at the top in future. You can reorganize these icons as per your needs. Now let's click the Google Classroom. This will take us to the Classroom's homepage. I already have a lot of classrooms created, but I'm going to create another new classroom from the scratch. To do that, just go to the top right hand corner. You will see this plus sign, and then it will give you two options: join class and create class. Now we are going to create a class. You need to give a name to your class. So I'm just going to call this as demo class. And your section, your subject, and your room number. You can give all this information to your students. This will take some 20 to 30 seconds to create a classroom. So once it is created, this will directly take us to this homepage of our newly created classroom. Now, Google Classroom 2020 has a lot of new features, very interesting and cool and important, and it will make our job really easy. And this comes with 4 different pages. One is called Stream, is where you can make announcements, and Classwork is where you can create and post graded assignments. People is where you can find your students, parents, and co-teachers. Grades is where you can find your grades, which means this is an exclusive grade book for the assignments that you created and graded through Google Classroom. Now let's go to the Stream page. So when you go to the Stream page, I always like to personalize the theme of the classroom. To do that, you can just go to Select Theme, and you can select one of these several options to reflect your personality or the theme of your actual class. But I like to upload my own file. So I'm just going to go to upload photo instead of selecting the select theme. So just go to upload photo, and you can add an image file or a GIF file, but not a video. So I have an exclusive welcome banner created for my Google Classroom. I made a separate video to demonstrate how to make your bitmojis dance with music and without music. You can find that you can find the link of that video in the description box. Now my Google Classroom is personalized with my name, with my bitmoji dancing here. Now this is actually the announcements page. So you can create announcements in the form of video and audio as well. I made separate videos demonstrating those how to make video or audio announcements in the Google Classroom. I'll give those links in the description box. But now I'm going to just show you how to make a typed announcement. So you can just go here and say hi. And you can add a file from your Google Drive or upload from your computer, or you can just copy paste a link or a YouTube video. That means YouTube's videos URL in here. And you can decide whether you want to give this announcement to all students or some specific students. And then you can also choose to share the same announcement with a lot of other Google Classroom classes. So if I want to post the same announcement with all my 7th grade class, I just have to click the check boxes in here. So this will be posted in all classes at the same time. Now you can just post it, or you can schedule this. So it will be posted tomorrow or whenever you want to schedule. So this will give you a calendar and the time. So you want to post it tomorrow, 8 a.m. You want it to show up when the kids come in. You can schedule that. Or you can just save this as a draft. So now let me just post this. Now let's change the settings of the classroom to make it more convenient for us and for our students. To do that, please go to the top right corner and click this flower-like icon. This is our settings. You can now change the name of the classroom. You can add a description for this particular class, say 7th grade science, or you can change any of this information that you gave at the time of creating this classroom. Now, please keep scrolling down. So here are some important settings that I would suggest you to change. So here is our class code. Please keep this in the display side, so it will always be displaying on your stream page. And the next option is stream. Now go and click this drop down menu. My suggestion is to choose the second option that says students can only comment. So this way you can prevent the students from posting anything into Google Classroom without your permission. So they cannot post anything in the announcement page. If they want to post anything, they have to reach out to you and get your approval. And the next is classwork on the stream. Please click the drop down menu. My suggestion is please choose the third option that says hide notifications. So this way, the classworks that you're posting will not show up on the stream page. Your students can clearly understand that anything that is coming up on the stream page is an announcement or some form of communication from you, whereas anything that is coming up on the classwork page is actually a graded assignment. This will help your lower grade students especially. And then the next option is show deleted items. Please make sure to disable this. You don't want your students to see the items that you deleted because you deleted it for some reason. And the another option is guardian summary. This is actually an excellent option to enhance parent-teacher communication. Please make sure that you enable this. So this way, the Google Classroom will automatically send a summary of the work completed or work due or the work graded to your parents bi-weekly or weekly or daily, they can choose that. Or if they want to unsubscribe from it, they can do that too. But this will definitely enhance your parent-teacher communication. The next option is Google Meet. If your school is using Google Meet to set up meetings with your students, make sure to disable this, visible to students. So this way, your students cannot open the meeting when you're not in there. In your absence, they cannot do the meeting. If you just leave it open, they can access this link anytime, and they can just conduct their own meeting on your name. You don't want that. Next one is grading options. So since our Google Classroom 2020 now have a perfect grade book, you can set up some grade book options here. You can choose whether you want to show up grades or you want to grade it based on total points or weighted category. And you can also add categories here and set up the percentage. For example, you can say classwork 40% and homework, add category, another 20%, or any other categories that you want to add. You can add all that, and you can choose say or show overall grade to students, or you can completely say no overall grade. So this way the assignments will be there, but it will not be calculated. You have an easy option to transfer, just one click option to transfer all the grades that you have in Google Classroom to the gradebook. This is this is an easy and simple trick. I posted a separate video to demonstrate how to do that. I'll give you the link in the description box. Please make use of that. Now also make sure once you complete your settings, just go to the top right corner and click the save button so all the changes you made will be saved. Now let's go to the classwork page. So our new Google Classroom has two new features that's called Google Calendar and Class Drive folder. So all the assignments, all the due dates, anything that you're posting in the Google Classroom will be automatically updated to the Google Calendar. And you can set reminders so that it'll be easy for you, your students, and even for parents to access the information about the future due dates. And the Class Drive folder is another new feature. If you click this, the Google will automatically create a separate folder for this particular class in your Google Drive. So all the files and anything that you're uploading into your Google Classroom, a copy of it will be maintained here. On all your student works, they will also be maintained here. Now to create an assignment, you have to click this blue button that says Create. This is giving us several different options, and actually everything is more or less the same. So you can, if you want to create a quick do now or exit slip, just click this question. So you can just type a question here. So I'm going to say is global warming and climate change. It's climate change and global warming. The same. Justify your answer. You can choose whether you want to give a short answer, a short response and question, or a multiple choice question. And also you can give instructions. You can say, okay, respond at least to one of your classmates' answers. So that way you can make this into a discussion thread instead of just a question. And also you can add links here. You can add a Google file, file from your Google Drive, or a file. You can upload a file from your computer or a YouTube video. So I'm just going to add this article. So just I'm going to bring this, copy paste the URL of this article and bring it here. Go to the link and say add link. So the students can read the article and respond to the question. Now on the right hand side, you will see this small, actually pretty big toolbar. So here you can customize a lot of options for this particular assignments. If you click this drop down box that says the name of this class, you can assign the same assignment for several classes at the same time. Or you can just keep it for one class, and instead of assigning it to all students, you can just assign this particular assignment to some students. So this will help you with differentiated instructions. And you can choose the grade category. If you already created a grade category, you can choose whether this is a homework or a classwork or an assessment, and then you can set the points, and you can choose the due date and due time and topic. So you can create a topic. So you can either create the topic based on the unit name, or you can just make your topic to be based on this week or just dates. So say July 17th to July 25th. So your students know the assignment for this week will exist in this particular topic. Or you can even give the unit name as your topic so your students know that all the ecology related materials can and assignments can be accessed under this topic. And if you want this to be a discussion thread, make sure to enable this checkbox that says students can reply to each other. But if you want it to be an individual response, you can just disable that. And you can enable this. Students can edit answers, so they can just keep editing the answer even after submitting it, and they can resubmit it without your permission. So if you want it to be a discussion thread, keep this open. And now go to the top right corner. You see this ask button, the blue button. Click the drop down menu and you can just say ask. So that way you can just let the question go. So now you're actually posted this as an assignment. If you're choosing to post the same question for several classes at the same time, it is not letting you schedule the assignment time. So if you want to schedule it, you have to actually do it class by class. But that's also easy because you can just go here and say reuse post. So you can bring the same material that you posted in another classroom to just here and then make sure you can schedule it. Now let's go to the assignment. So now I'm going to add a Word document as my assignment. So the one simple thing that you have to do here is if you post a worksheet where your students need to make a copy of it and work, so make sure to go to this drop down menu and click make a copy for each student. So your students can just click this and start working on it. They cannot see each other's response. They don't have to make a separate copy. This will be really easy for them. For them to work on the assignment and then turn it in through Google Classroom. Now also you can change all the options here. You can choose the due date, the topic, and you can add a rubric if you want. And you can say check plagiarism. So you can enable originality reports to say continue. So this will automatically check the assignments for plagiarism and will give you a report, and you can go schedule. So I'm going to schedule it for tomorrow 8 a.m. Now just say schedule. Now let's go to this third page called People to check how to invite people into Google Classroom. If you want to invite co-teachers into Classroom, you have to go and click this human-like icon that says Invite Teachers and just type in their email ID and click Invite. So this way they will get an invite. They can join your Google Classroom as a co-teacher. To invite students, there are two options. You can go here, click Invite Students, and type the emails of your students with their names, but of course, it's a challenging task, it's laborious. So, all you can do is you can just send this classroom code to your student in a bulk email so they all can join here. After your students joined the Google Classroom, you can send invites to the parents, but you have to do that one by one. You have to click every student's name and just say, let me show you a demonstration from my previous year class. So you have to click the names of every student and then just say, go here, invite guardians, and then type in their email ID. You have to invite them one by one. This is actually a not so great feature in Google Classroom. They don't have any option through using which you can just invite parents in bulk. Thank you for watching the video and spending your time with me. Please click the like button if you liked the video and share your thoughts in the comment box. And also to support my channel, please subscribe to it and share it with your friends.